Hi everyone. This video is going to be about the week 2 journal assignment for LIB 102. So this week you were supposed to read Hamlet and of course engage in the discussions and all of those things, but the primary text was Hamlet. So here's the prompt. Although science is essential to understanding our world, it cannot answer all questions for us. There are many questions and problems that require a humanistic approach rather than a scientific one. For example, in the article, Science Has Limits, a few things that science does not do, we learn that science cannot help us answer questions like this one: do supernatural entities intervene in human affairs? Neither does science help us make moral judgments. We must turn to ethics for help in that regard. For this journal reflection, you will explore the possibility that philosophy, ethics, religion, art, or music might be able to address problems science can't solve. So going back to the original paragraph, humanistic responses, the humanities are listed here: philosophy, ethics, religion, art, music, literature would be in there as well. So we will explore the possibility that those things might be able to help us address problems that science can't solve. In 2 to 3 pages, describe a dilemma that one character faces in Hamlet that requires a humanistic approach to solve, and then describe how you would respond to that dilemma if you were in that situation. Using specific examples from the drama, explain why no amount of scientific knowledge would suffice to guide the character's actions, and then describe how a specific sort of humanistic knowledge, for example, knowledge gained through ethics, religion, or art, would allow you to respond to that character's situation. All right, so here we go. 2 to 3 pages. First of all, don't write fewer than 2 pages. Make sure it's 1-inch margins on the sides. Don't make me reformat your paper. Double spaced is fine. Don't add space at the top or bottom. Just jump right into the content. The grading rubric is right here. All right, so what are some dilemmas that people face in Hamlet? So I'm not going to tell you how to approach this from the case of ethics or religion or art. But first of all, the major thrust of the entire play is that Hamlet's father, has been murdered by his uncle, and probably conniving with his mother. And his uncle has married his mother, and Hamlet's father comes back and tells Hamlet that avenge me, boy, avenge me, that he wants Hamlet to kill his uncle in revenge. So Hamlet's facing one thing, which is, ought I kill my uncle to avenge my father's death? Ethical dilemma. Can science tell us how one ought to respond using some methodology? No, science could evaluate the responses, it could evaluate the question itself, but it can't really tell us. Ethics, religion, maybe art would be more of a humanistic knowledge foundation from which one would act. So the question is, should Hamlet kill his uncle? Would you kill your uncle in the same situation? What if the ghost of your father came back and told you to do so? But there are plenty of other things that you could examine. So Ophelia, something happens later. I don't want to give it away because you're probably still reading the play or listening to it, viewing it. But Ophelia faces a dilemma, although she descends into madness because of the situation that she faces. Hamlet's mother, Gertrude, faces a dilemma. She has gotten together with Claudius, which is the uncle. And so she essentially, there's a point where it says that I think it hasn't even been a month since her husband's death, and now she is married to her husband's brother. And so there are multiple things that various characters in this play face. So in this paper, explain the dilemma that the person faces, and then explain how knowledge of ethics or moral reasoning, or perhaps religion, or any other of these humanistic approaches could help that character determine what to do. Okay, so let's reframe this again. So in 2 to 3 pages, describe a dilemma that one character faces in Hamlet that requires a humanistic approach to solve. Remember, the humanities are listed at the beginning of that paragraph. And then describe how you would respond to that dilemma if you were in that situation. So 2 more things. Describe how you would respond. If someone killed your father, would you kill that person? If your father came back and told you to. And then also the other thing is explain why no amount of scientific knowledge would suffice using specific examples. So remember to use your quotations, relevant quotations, to support your claims, and also to create a harmonious flow in your paper. So try to find various points where your character or in the dilemma that you're examining expresses concern or fear or anger, or they're trying to figure out what to do, and then explain those other aspects of the prompt. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.